Well, you couldn't expect the top Olympic athletes to have any health issues, would you? Apparently they do.
Yeah, unbelievable. After the 2012 Olympics in London, a group of researchers looked into the dental hygiene of about 300 athletes who competed in the games, and it turns out most of them had very poor oral health. So joining us now to talk about all things athletes' teeth is Dr. Steven Glassman. He and his wife run a dental practice here in New York City. Good to see you, Dr. Steve.
Nice to see you again.
All right, so let's talk about this. You assume that athletes, they look great. I mean, they have strength and grace and elegance, and now we're finding out that they have really bad teeth.
You would think that they have access to all this technology and medicine in order for them to compete on such a high level, but that seems not to be the truth.
Yeah.
No gold medals for oral health. We see Michael Phelps here chewing on his gold medal here.
Not
Probably
good, right?
Not a good idea, but it's interesting when you look at some of these studies. There are kind of different categories. There are those that fall into the contact sports, where typically they spend all this money on technology and the best sports equipment, but they go to a drugstore off the counter, drop-in boilerplate for their mouth guards, and they're not worth anything. They need to have a customized mouth guard, and things like hockey and field hockey and any boxing. I treated a silver medalist from the last Olympics, and that's one of the things we did. He did not have a custom mouth guard.
Wow.
Wow.
The other thing is those athletes that are in the endurance sports.
Yes.
They are really high risk factors for dehydration. And when you're going hours on the pool or running or biking, whatever it is, you don't have time to rehydrate yourself, or you're dependent on these high sugar drinks, sports drinks like Gatorade, that has a huge amount of sugar and a huge amount of acids built into them to really erode the teeth.
I was surprised, Doc, about the developed and developing countries, that both of them had problems.
You would think that the wealthy countries like the United States and other European countries would have access to dental health care. It hasn't been a priority, which is crazy. And the other thing to remember is that, especially in the United States, they're not professional athletes. They don't have a lot of money. So they're really dependent, and the healthcare systems in most countries do not cover dental care. So what's nice is the Sports Dentistry Academy has had 350 dentists volunteer to offer this service for free for athletes. The thing that's really concerning is if they end up going to the next level where they get an infection, either in the gums or a broken tooth, it can affect their performance. Their whole immune systems could be down.
It's interesting, you look at, and we're talking about swimmers and gymnasts, but for example, boxers, right? They take a punch to the mouth. Again, you pointed out something really that everybody should remember. These are amateur athletes. They don't have big endorsements and a lot of money to spend on this stuff. If you get your teeth knocked out, you're going to go probably with the cheapest option, I guess, if you don't have really a lot of money.
Which is prone to recurrent infection and plaque. Also when you're training, they don't put most people, because the education is not there, don't put a high priority on dental care.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
I mean, it's something that they're twice as likely to have a cavity.
I don't know. I'm the same. Abs or teeth? Abs or teeth?
We've got both.
No,
so you
yeah,
don't have to
right.
worry
Clearly,
about
I'm going with the teeth.
Dr. Steven Glassman, thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure.